They gave us a run for our money this week.
They like to play you guys, clearly.
They do, and
I know they don't. They claim they don't, but they play some of their best Hearthstone against you guys.
They really step it up, you know.
Yeah, they give you all you have. Defending champs, you know, you have a target on your back, and everybody's gonna show up ready to win.
Well, you think they have the target, but sometimes the BGH just doesn't remember to shoot it.
Oh man.
God.
I've got the beast in my sights. My ammo's in my bag. Oh gosh.
All right. Well.
So our final matchup, we have Grim, the heralded rookie Grim, who is undefeated. He is 2-0-1 technically. They had some difficulty scheduling a match last week. Neither player received a loss. So he is 2-0 so far, going up against the Angry Chicken Fan Club's SgtHendog, who I know nothing about, so I'm excited to see him play here.
I know he has one of the best names. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it's a sweet name.
And they are already in the game, so...
Yep, we're jumping right into bans, kids. Really quick, well, I guess we'll see the bans and then we'll go over it. Grim is going to ban... Wait.
Grim has made an error in the banned phase.
Well, have they already banned?
Yes.
Wait,
bans are done. No, bans are done. Sorry.
Okay. We're a little bit behind.
Yes,
and it looks like Grim's doing just fine. So we'll try to get those bans. Hopefully we have somebody who knows what's banned. Or we'll just figure it out along the way. Regardless, just to go over their lineups, Grim is bringing Mage, Paladin, Shaman, Warlock, and SgtHendog is bringing Druid, Hunter, Paladin, and Warlock.
SgtHendog thinking about not killing that totem, but makes the right call.
Did you bring some fish?
Yeah, and this is something else. I don't know what Grim is bringing here, but I'm intrigued. This is
Grim
something.
has his Shaman deck that he likes a lot, and he has told us a few times now that he considers himself the Shaman Master in THL.
Oh.
And so I think SgtHendog may have even played off of that info a little bit here and gone with the tried and true hard counter to Paladin in the form of mid-range Shaman, and right now it's living up to that reputation.
Absolutely. And we were told by our various staffs and peons.
Yeah, the production crew let us know.
The production crew.
SgtHendog banned Grim's
breaking
Mage,
news.
and Grim banned SgtHendog's Druid. So, thanks to production, they let us know. They kept us in the loop.
The THL studios always up to date. Yeah, and as Cassidy said, mid-range Paladin absolutely just preys on poor Shamans. Mostly because it's hero power, and you can definitely extrapolate better than I can. But being on the Shaman side of this thing, it's tough when your hero power is kind of random and useless, and their hero power kills off your hero power.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And then like everything Paladin plays just destroys 2 health minions, and everything Shaman plays has 2 health. Like, it's not a good combination at all. And essentially, like, Paladin's playing the same power level of cards that Shaman is, but Paladin doesn't say overload on the card anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's just rough.
Well, SgtHendog decides to push damage instead of killing off the totem for the first time. And he's just playing this full tempo. I'm loving how Sarge's playing this game. Yep. And Grim is definitely on his back foot here. I really want to see some enhanced mechano action.
You might see it on a totem.
Might see a Wind Fury 0-2 totem. Grim, I guess, I mean, he could be back in this really easily with a Lightning Storm. Unfortunately, the Gnomish Inventor would not leave enough mana to play it. So I think I'd probably go for a Juggler Egg hero power here if I was Grim.
I could see that.
This is a difficult spot to be in. You're staring down 7 minions on the other side of the board. And unless Grim has Sir Finley Murgleton, he's also got a just pretty helpless hero power. It's pretty frustrating to play Shaman because you can do the percentages of Lightning Storm, and then you have to do the percentages of rolling a spell power totem. So it's like it's just so bleak when you're trying to do the math. And I think he is going to go for the juggler out route. I like this. I like this play.
I like this play.
Yeah.
But I'd say that he should be able to catch up on
Ooh.
board. Flame Tongue's a threat that needs to be removed, I guess.
But the
and lets him trade
juggler
off into more minions.
So unlucky.
Yeah, the juggle was not good there.
Yeah. Oh, and there's
He's glad he went for the
Heyo.
juggle play. But
there's a
even still.
quartermaster. That's not lethal, is it? 9 plus 2. Wait, 9 plus 4. 13 plus 2 is 15. 2 off lethal. And SgtHendog's just going to clean up this board, drop down. Yeah, by the way, speaking of Murloc Knight, have you... Wow, and there we see some...
The Murgleton!
Cassidy, have you tried the new Anyfin is happen? Anyfin is... What is it?
Can
Anyfin
happen.
is-
Possible?
Can
Or
happen.
anything can happen? Every
Have you
Yeah, I
tried
have
that?
not. I've lost to it a few times, but I have
Really?
not yet played a deck built around it. Yeah, I've lost to it a couple times. It's pretty fun
It seems
to
like
like
it's...
watch it happen, but
Right.
I believe
Well-
Rich said he had played it, and it's just super inconsistent. Like, you have to draw your Murlocs early, then you have to play them all, then you have to survive, and then you have to draw anything can happen. Like, there's a lot of
It
things that
sounds
have
like
to
a very
go right.
specific fin has to happen.
Yeah, pretty much. Any fin can happen if a lot of other fins already happen.
If all the precursor necessary fins occur first.
Oh, that Earth Shock doesn't feel good.
Wow, that's a rough Earthshock.
Well,
I
at least
played a
it
couple-
opened up some space for him to play that quartermaster.
Kappa.
I played against THL's resident Trollmaster Necrohavoc, and he played it a couple times, and it is pretty fun to play against and play with, I assume. But regardless, SgtHendog is just going to utterly
Wrap it up.
obliterate this
End the
jump
game.
without too much Murloc interactions, and he's going to
Grim
jump
was
up
killed
ahead.
by a Murloc.
That's true.
So SgtHendog takes a lead. I haven't looked at the matchup between these guys yet. I'm gonna pull that up here
Yeah.
and see where Supreme and Hendog, the Angry Chicken Fan Club, where they're at so far. So Supreme has actually murdered the Angry Chicken Fan Club. This match is already over. SgtHendog is playing for points. Super Sam lost 0-3 to MV Parker. Kill a Jive lost 0-3 to Dear Jason. Applesauce Factory lost 2-3 to Moo. And Monkey Warlord lost 0-3
Oh, wow,
to
that all just
Prometheus.
Versus
Yeah,
Yeah,
that must have
last-
happened here tonight.
It
Couple
happened
hours,
in the
yeah.
last hour.
So you guys are on Archon Storm. You got to deal with Supreme. They just scored a ton of points. Have fun with that.
We already
Yep.
dealt with Supreme.
Yeah, we've been
Well,
down that road.
we
Not
lost.
a fun road to go down. Well, it looks like Grim's gonna stick with his shaman, and SgtHendog.
We see a whole new set of cards in his Shaman. Now we see a lot of mechs coming in. Interesting.
Well, we do see the Gnomish Inventor, so maybe he just had the worst.
Oh,
possible-
I'm sure it's the same deck. It's just interesting that it's so diverse.
Varied.
It's incredible that he had such a bad hand. I didn't even know it was mech. I didn't see a single mech except for.
No, I
believe-
didn't either.
Yeah, we saw
And he's-
one.
Gonna
I
go
don't
with the Annoyatron. It does not die to the Flame Imp. Both Cogmaster and MechWarper die to it. MechWarper would have at least traded. So there's a little bit of merit to making that play there, I think.
Well, the question is, with the coin, like, do you want to just play both? Do you want to play both the Mech Warper and
And the Annoyatron next
Annoyatron?
turn.
Yeah, and just drop down the cog hammer. Because if you put the 1 damage with the cog hammer, like let's say he kills off the cog master.
Yeah, your Divine Shield would have killed the 3-1
right.
the next
Your
turn.
Annoyatron can then kill it. Also, wow.
But at least this worked out after SgtHendog decided to tap rather than further develop the board. And he's not going to swing in there. So now Grim gets to play Spider Tank and Cogmaster. He's going to kind of spiral this board out
Yeah,
of
he's
control.
gonna run out, and I mean, Spider Tank is so thick. This is kind of difficult for Zoo to play with, Zoo to trade into, especially with very little board.
Ooh, Power
although that's
Overwhelming's a
pretty
good find.
card. It is indeed.
We see another tap. So the egg will pop, but it won't take anything with it.
Right. And I guess I like this trade because now Now the Mech Warper can't kill the wolf for free.
Something needs tinkering?
Huh. So he's gonna play that instead of playing the Gnomish Inventor on curve, and he actually gets the spare part that allows the wolf to trade. So Sergeant Hendog definitely in a bit of a predicament here, and the Shaman is well known for having a enormous amount of burst. So putting him to 14 is already in striking distance, although that is indeed a Void Crusher. So that's pretty incredible. Not a card you see a lot of action. So, yeah, this is, I guess you just play the, Lothab here?
Yeah, I actually don't mind the cycle because you're trying to set up what you're going to do from now on. And then I think there's some merit to actually rock bitering your face and hitting the 4-1 and not letting that get a clean trade off.
Oh, you want to keep the Cogmaster alive?
Yeah, because you have the Healbot in your hand, which you could play later to buff it. Yeah, I think this is the line because you're trying to finish the game. But what sucks is Rockbiter's just so good at doing that. I may have hit face for 4 with the minion and forced my opponent to trade there.
Right. All right.
Yeah, so now the Healbot's going to let the Cogmaster break through the Voidwalker. Oh, actually, I think I like Harvest Golem even better. But
Yeah, alright, well, if you're Grim here, I guess you just draw. See what you get. Kill off the 1/3. Your board is starting to diminish. Your early mech burst is kind of dissipated, and now the zoo's high quality minions are starting to catch
draw
up.
into.
Yeah, so he's going to go with this, and I guess Hero Power. That's not... I guess he's... Okay, so he's going to go for the nice 3 attack on the 3 health. Okay, that makes sense. And he does have Sergeant Hendog really low health now. A lot of Mech Shamans run a lot of burst. Trying to remember which cards we saw in the first game.
I don't think we saw any space type of spells.
Right. Okay, so we're getting word that this actually might have been a misclick by Grim, and that this is not the same deck. We were a little perplexed by that because we just didn't see many mechs in the first game. So it looks like Grim may have incidentally queued into Mech Shaman, and he's going to concede. I think we'll get this sorted out really quickly. Maybe Sergeant Hendog's going to need to be updated. It looks like I think we're going to be doing a redo, but I'm not entirely sure.
I think the rules would say it's a loss.
Right.
Just because we didn't catch it during the mulligan phase.
Right. That's my understanding as well. Yeah, you have to, as we saw, I believe, last week, we saw someone catch it right in the mulligan phase and redo it. So I believe Grim is down 0-2, and now Sergeant Hendog just has 1 deck left, and it is Hunter, and that's going up against Shaman. Grim stubbornly bringing Shaman, and this is the Shaman deck we definitely saw the first time with the Acidic Swamp Ooze and the Tuskar Totemic. And it looks like to be a mid-range Shaman coming from Sergeant Hendog, so...
Mid-range Hunter.
What did I say? Mid-range Hunter, sorry.
Mid-range Shaman.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I think Face Hunter does a little better against Shaman overall. But this hand, again, is just fantastic. Like, quick shot to remove things, Juggler and Alec to develop threats.
How do you guys feel about keeping the Shaman here for a 3rd go?
I think it's really optimistic.
Yeah, I think it's Grim's favorite and most comfortable class, and so he's just gonna... I think the line of thinking there is to try to get a win at what you feel you're best at, which I totally respect, so...
Yeah, stick with what you're comfortable with. I think Nubasaurus kind of did that last time. He went with Priest, where it's definitely his favorite class, and he took it into a matchup where he wasn't necessarily favored, but still got the win.
Twice now we've seen Grim elect a hero power over playing a legitimate 2-drop. I don't think Shaman's hero power is powerful enough to get away with that.
Especially, yeah, and he really gets punished because that spider can just easily off that totem pretty quickly, or even go phase. Grim, to remind everyone at home, his mage was banned. He does have Paladin and Warlock, and it's hard to believe that like you wouldn't want to take a Paladin into a Hunter. As Paladin usually is able to take board control early from Hunter and just sort of taunt up. You know, Paladin, in my opinion, does very well against Hunter. So a little surprising. Grim may also be a little flustered. He, you know, it is. I believe it's his second time on stream. Maybe it's his first.
It might be his first time on stream.
I believe.
I think we might have streamed him
Rank
on
Friday?
like a Team Rank Friday. Yeah.
Okay, but it's his first time on the THL salty weekends. Can be a little flustering grabbing your decks, and maybe he's just sort of sticking with the Shaman because that's his comfort pick. Regardless, this doesn't look too good for him as he's using a Rock Biter Totem to clear a Hex.
Clear a frog.
The Hex.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scary frog. Hendog's just gonna continue the pressure with either a combination of 2-drops or pushing, or he'll play Piloted Shredder because that's a great card.
Look at this curve though. Hendog just with everything, and Hendog's looking for some severe justice, bringing the Angry Chicken Fan Club at least some semblance of a victory, and he's going to even get the curve out.
And he gets the 5-drop.
Yeah, that's something else.
I'm not sure I like the preemptively popping the Haunted Creeper there, but he won't be punished for it.
Will not be punished for it. And Grim now, he needs a way to kind of stall this incoming damage. That right on board, that's 7 damage from a Hunter from tiny minions. Does on turn 4. Like not fun. Grim, as you said, he really sticking to the hero power. And now Sergeant Hendog's going to be able to curve this Loatheb straight into a high main. He's already seen a Hex, which is actually one of the best cards currently played in competitive Hearthstone against high main. So Grim may be able to, Sergeant Hendog may be able to just sort of run away with this pretty quickly now. As this Annoyatron, which is typically one way of mitigating damage, just doesn't have enough minions to kind of interact with. So what do you do here? I'd probably draw personally, I guess.
I wonder.
Draw first and play the Stormforge Axe. But I guess okay. So he's going to. Oh, but he got the Crackle, and that's why you always draw first, kids. The Crackle may.
He's under the influence of Loatheb.
Oh, absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
he
Sorry.
can't. Spells.
Makes perfect sense. So yeah, no spell would have saved him. Okay, makes perfect sense. He's going to again try to remove this board. That is 8 damage, bringing Grim down to 9 health. With a Savannah High Main on board, I would just go full face if I was Sergeant Hendog. He's going to
He'll split the difference. He sets up next turn lethal and still removes a minion. That's not bad.
And now Grim really needs to just sort of drop this egg and enhance a Mechano and hope they're both taunts, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really, I think, his only chance of surviving. We see the Unleash the Hounds, so I don't even know if that'll do it. He's gonna go for this. This is a fair play as well.
Yeah, Crackle was a guaranteed kill. Now he can enhance a Mechano.
Right. Unfortunately,
Oof, but that is not satisfying.
Yeah, that's rough. That's really, really rough. Gonna pop the secret. The secret is a freezing trap and a bow from Sergeant Hendog. I would imagine that Unleash the Hounds.
Almost lethal.
Almost.
He's 1 off. If he had 1 more mana, he would have lethal with the Hounds.
And Sergeant Hendog is taking this really slowly. He's just.
Yeah, he'll probably develop the Shredder.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Unleash Shredder personally. But there's no problem with developing the bow. You have a secret up. It's nice. I definitely like the Shredder here now that you've taken this line of play. And there is next to nothing except maybe a Healing Wave that could save Grim here. He does not draw it. Earthshock's not bad, but with the freezing trap, he really can't clear anything. I guess you pop the Shredder, you Earth Shock, pop the Shredder. Also, this Bloodlust with the Wind Fury is starting to make more sense. Kind of the general win condition of this Shaman. Unfortunately, we never saw that really come together for Grim. So you gotta just, I don't know, run one of these towards the...
You're gonna have to Earth Shock something first. Nope.
And he didn't Earth Shock, and that's guaranteed lethal now. Because even if you were to kill... Yeah, okay. So you kill the Shredder, hope for Doomsayer.
Doomsayer, nope.
It's Doomsayer's younger cousin, and he commits honorable Sudoku. So, Grim falls in a very quick series to Sergeant Hendog. Sergeant Hendog looking to regain some of the Angry Chicken fan club's lost points from Supreme. And that was a really interesting set of series. We had Yuri kind of take out Katoto really quickly, and Sergeant Hendog take out Grim really quickly. But the Nubasaurus Jacksox series, super entertaining, very fun decks coming from Jacksox, and really funny plays. So yeah, what did you guys think?
He's an entertainer.
He is an entertainer, and we see his post on Facebook that that was his goal. So great stuff. We are moving into week 5 next week of THL. Pretty much coming to the close of the season. We'll be looking at the playoff picture pretty soon. And to get
2 more weeks.
Yeah. To get that playoff picture, of course, tune into Tavern Talk as Cassidy and the boys will be discussing the THL meta. Do we get any hint of who's going to be visiting, or is that all secret?
I think that is still to be determined. I don't know if we have our guest lined up.
Secret would imply planned.
Yeah, I was trying to give you an out if there was one, but yeah, super fun. So we'll look forward to hearing Jack Sox's salt about missing the BGH and other plays. Then, and we will see you guys next week. So good night, guys.